但是你们能不能？
刚才也问我啊，我可以回答你句，无可奉告。我也不高兴。
哎，什么叫中国共产党啊？党叫干啥就干啥。
黑夜即将到来，一定要做好准备。
是。
干死共产党！不干死共产党，绝不罢休！
消灭中共是正义的需要。
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Exposing the CCP, and glad to see you again on our show. And today we're going to talk about the CCP infiltration into the Western world. We all live in the world severely influenced by the CCP. Hopefully everybody is waking up and see the facts. And we're going to continue to review some videos from Miles School and share with you today. And with me and our two famous guests, our Mr. Truth and also Chris. Good to see you again. Hi, Chris.
Hi Z, it's nice to be on the show again today. Thank you.
Hi, Mr. Truth.
Hi Z, everyone. Welcome to our program. We hope you can do like our program, and we're going to share some great information about exposing the CCP. Thank you.
Excellent. Glad to have both of you coming to our show today. And I'm looking forward to this exciting news. And today, first, we're going to check a video, and there's some progress, and we're going to review the video, please.
Continue to operate as it has in recent times. Drastic measures have to be taken to ensure that every taxpayer dollar works for where those dollars come from, the American people. Not Xi Jinping, not Vladimir Putin, not the Ayatollah. I want to thank our witness, Kari Lake, for appearing in front of this committee today. I'm looking forward to hearing your testimony.
Thanks for having me. My name is Kari Lake. I'm the Trump administration senior advisor to the U.S. Agency for Global Media. Last December, President-elect Donald Trump called me and asked if I would help reform U.S. Agency for Global Media and the Voice of America, and I said yes. I was honored and eager to help these institutions tell America's story to the world. But within days in my role as senior advisor, it became increasingly clear that reform was nearly impossible. The agency was incompetent and mismanaged and deeply corrupt, politically biased, and frankly, a serious threat to our national security. Starting in the first decade of 2000, the Chinese embassy in Washington, D.C. and the leadership of VOA's Mandarin service began an annual meeting to allow embassy officials to voice their opinions about VOA's content. They even convinced the former leadership during Biden's administration to cut short an interview. They wanted the whole thing canceled. They convinced VOA leadership to cut short an interview with a whistleblower who was critical of the CCP.
所以我站着必须爆料。那么这就是为什么我说要把王岐山这个书记这个事情直接给说出来的原因嘛。
各位听众、各位观众啊，真的非常对不起，因为某种原因呢，我们的直播必须停止。
419那一天，对我来讲
啊，那个真的是过去的顾文贵已经没了，啊，那就是生死之战的大开始。419同时在国际上，在国内引起了高度重视，啊，遇难成祥这个词儿，啊，在某种意义上，在419是真的发生了。这就是419啊，让西方世界和我们的爆料革命连在了一起。419事件让西方开始观察中共在西方的大外宣和媒体渗透。419是一个绝对是中美关系上的一个历史事件。
Yeah, on April 19th, 2017, Miles' VOA interview was cut off because of the influence from the CCP. It was forcibly cut off, by the way. And now we're glad to see that Mrs. Carrie Lake is starting to realize the importance of this infiltration and had the opportunity to expose this truth to the public. That's a very exciting and encouraging news. So let's first go to Mr. Truth. So what's your opinions on this important piece of news?
Well, it's been how long? Almost 8 years. So this happened when Miles Gore, was interviewed by the Voice of America. I was watching that. I remember that, and then there were a few interruptions, but in the end, Gong Xiaxia, the coordinator for the program that was live, and made a very clear hand movements, which means cut off. So that was, no one can forget about that. Now we see that finally, Trump administration carefully appointed a commissioner to, to report on what happened in the VOA and explicitly talk about that Miles Gore, being distant of living in the United States from China, and also ranking as the #1 enemy of the CCP overseas. Okay, and his cases, been so long has never been reviewed by the American government. But this first time, I think it opened #1 a fighting between the U.S. peoples, because the organization is Americans, Voice of America, which is basically a program that spread the government and information into the rest of the world, and particularly in the Chinese program, it's towards Chinese, especially mainland Chinese, okay, to pass a voice to, but it was silenced. And later on, we have learned that it was because the Chinese embassy continued to call the station directors to say, you must cut that off now, and threaten the, what is that? That's like a CCP think themselves are the boss of Voice of America, which they did very effectively to that broadcasting, and we know that. So there's so many things. What Miles Gore was doing is exposure, or the like Wang Qishan and Highland Airlines, and all the corruptions, and also using the organization of airlines as a ways of intelligence operations and the BGY operations to corrupt the officials, and also to to trying to infiltrate to American government. So this is a very serious thing, and I'm glad finally that the VOA is shut down. I mean, that's just a part of it. There's so many of the deep states, which the corruptions and the using American taxpayers' money to trying to kill Americans and mislead Americans. So that's certainly in any countries, it is espionage operation openly should not be allowed. There should be justice should be brought for. Back to you. That's what I have to say now. Zee.
Thank you very much, Mr. Truce, for your explanation. I think this is definitely probably most well-known, most famous information, like the VOA cutoff event for Miles School. And initially we thought, wow, if VOA is already infiltrated by the CCP, and it's quite challenging work to go against them. But now we see a lot of good news that people started realizing that, and VOA was shut down for operation. And we're going to look forward to more exposure. Hopefully, have Miles School's testimony very soon. Okay, now we go to Chris.
Oh, hi everyone. So I think that the VOA broadcast cutoff incident allowed the Chinese and American audience to see how deeply the CCP has infiltrated the US. It proved that there is indeed an invisible hand manipulating everything behind the scene. It drew the attention of global audiences. If it had not been interrupted, the truth could have been conveyed through Mr. Miles Guo's words. If it was interrupted, it also sparkled the public's desire to pursue the truth. So it also revealed how profound Mr. Miles Guo's strategy is. Through luring, exposing, and closing the net, he tackled the CCP's deep infiltration in the US, starting with VOA, and turn misfortune into fortune, and even use misfortune manufactured by the CCP as bait to lure the CCP into a trap, expose the CCP's evil in front of the camera. So the CCP knows how deeply Mr. Miles Guo understands its intelligence. CCP also know how great a threat Mr. Miles Guo poses to its regime, just as the deep state knows how great a threat President Trump posed to them. The live broadcast back then mentioned Xi Jinping, Wang Qishan, and Fu Zhenhua. These are not the kind of genuine intelligence one would hear on ordinary programs. Exposing VOA also drove the CCP to frantically use unrestricted judiciary warfare and media warfare to target him. The subsequent PAX case and a series of false and fabricated cases were all aimed at taking down Mr. Miles Guo. This is the same method the deep state used against President Trump. The US deep state is nothing but traitors colluding with the CCP to sell out America. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chris. And we look forward to hearing more good news from this administration. I think this is a very important turning point. More and more people have to realize if CCP infiltration is real. Hopefully, our audience probably are, but we need more and more Americans and Western people to realize this and start to say no to CCP. And this is a great start. Okay, now let's go to this second video. It's also another infiltration. It's not only in the media, as Miles Guo has exposed. It's everywhere. It's almost, you're surrounded by this CCP ideology all over the world. And unfortunately, even judicial system is also heavily influenced. Let's check out a video from Miles, and hopefully we'll see him very soon.
Congress will issue many bills to investigate why my cases occurred on April 18th. Why Sean Weijian Pax's allegation was made on the same day. Why VOA's abrupt live stream interruption on April 19th. And why I was issued a red notice on April 18th and 19th. Why did several cases happen at the same time on April 18th and 19th? Why didn't I allow to present evidence for the so-called personal guarantee of $30 million case, given that it was completely a falsified accusation? The case ultimately resulted in a summary judgment rather than a jury trial. Then, the personal guarantee of $30 million, which was non-existent, was increased to $300 million. I will never take this. I will never accept it. I can't be like many people who were raped and finally accepted a private settlement with some money. Absolutely not. I will fight until the rapist admits the crime and receives the deserved punishment. I don't care how powerful the opponent is, unless you kill me. If you kill me, my family, brothers, and sisters will not let you go. I must find out whether this personal guarantee of $30 million exists. I don't believe I've ever had $30 million in America. PAX acknowledged that the money has been returned, yet demanded a personal guarantee of $30 million from me. Despite your acknowledgement of the money's return, you refused to permit me to present any supporting evidence. However, your document stated that I had released all guarantee rights with PAX, which was not factored in. Then you fine me more than $100 million, then fine me more than $100 million again, and then force me to file bankruptcy. What kind of logic is this? How can I accept this? If the U.S. Congress does not investigate this case, Higginbotham, Elliot Broidy, Steve Wynn, Bruno Wu, Sean Wajian, and my bankruptcy case, the United States will never be saved. This is not my personal case. This is about who is manipulating the judicial systems between the two governments and who is turning the U.S. judiciary into a personal and dark political weapon between the two countries. This is huge. This is more dramatic than any Hollywood movie. Nikki Lum Davis was arrested and sentenced, as well as Elliot Broidy. They were accused because of my case. We have to find out who is manipulating this case. How could I possibly
Money, money, money. Follow the money. I guess it's very clear that, have been so many years, there is no victims from Miles Guo's case. And unfortunately, the court is still holding this case and postponing the decisions. And we hopefully one day the truth will be released and Miles Guo will be freed very soon in the very near future. Let's go back to a little bit on the CCP influence. PAX is a well-known white glove company formed by the CCP's kleptocrats, and they have used their fundings to corrupt all over the world and trying to deport Miles Guo and many things for whistleblower movement. And let's review this with Mr. Truth first. Mr. Truth, can you share your view on this PAX and the CCP's infiltration on Miles Guo's case?
Yeah, sure. We know that Miles Guo and the PAX's case it's not merely a personal persecution targeting Mr. Guo. It is the CCP's use of fabricated evidence, okay, as disclosed, and collusion with the U.S. deep state, okay, traitors, elements in an attempt to suppress the truth through unrestricted warfare. We talk about that a lot so far. Mr. Miles Guo is innocent, no doubt, and he is a courageous fighter, exposing the CCP's corruption and also, the deep infiltration into United States government, the judicial system. Today, through factual analysis, we will unveil the truth of the PAX cases, exposing the CCP's evil techniques and the corruption of the U.S. Department of Justice to the world. So that's what it is so far. I pass to you, Zee.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Truth. I think this is very important information too. Let's go a little bit background about the PAX. It was founded by one of the CCP's agents, Sean Wajian, and he has a lot of connections with the Western world. He has connections with investment banks, Silicon Valley, and also even a lot of political celebrities. And helping to realize how deeply the CCP is already in the Western world is one of the key. So you got to start investigate where the money flows, right? When this case was used to influence Miles and also whistleblower to defame them, where does the money go? Who paid them? Who got paid? And where the money flows? That also helps to find out the sellouts in the United States internally also. Okay, so I'll make it short and let's ask Chris for more opinions. Chris, could you elaborate a little bit more on this case? Thank you.
Yeah, sure. So the CCP sees hundreds of billions of dollars in assets from Miles Guo's family, and this money was unrelated to Miles Guo. It belongs to a cooperative fund. The CCP employed Chinese spy Sang Weijian to entangle Mr. Miles Guo in lawsuits. The $100 million borrowed with Pangu as collateral was fully repaid. Both principal and interest were cleared. Thus, there was no $30 million personal guarantee by Mr. Miles Guo. A court document proved the loan was settled. However, the judge suddenly rejected this document as evidence. Instead, the judge accepted fabricated evidence of a $30 million guarantee created by the CCP. This fake evidence was used to fabricate a $300 million debt. And also that Higginbotham, Brett Michael, Elliot Brody, Stephen Wen, and Schwarzman from the BlackRock lobbied for Mr. Miles Guo's deportations. So the PAX case on the surface is a debt lawsuit by Pacific Alliance Asia Opportunity Fund against Mr. Miles Guo, but in reality, it's a meticulously orchestrated false and fabricated case by the CCP in collaboration with American sellout within various of levels of the US DOJ, aiming to seize Mr. Miles Guo's assets and force him into bankruptcy through false guarantees and forged evidence, thereby shutting down his live broadcast platform and preventing the spread of truth to completely destroy Mr. Miles Guo's character. And the PAX case from the very beginning was the CCP's unrestricted legal warfare, coupled with unrestricted media warfare to smear, attempting to portray Mr. Miles Guo as a fraudster. But what is the truth? In China, under CCP rule, there is no rule of law, only rule by law and rule by man. The CCP can arbitrarily fabricate evidence, pushing innocent people into the abyss. PAX claims to have provided a $30 million loan to Mr. Miles Guo's company, Spirit Charter Investment Ltd., with Mr. Miles Guo as the personal guarantee. What is the truth? This guarantee simply does not exist. It is fabricated evidence connected by the CCP and PAX, laying the groundwork for subsequent entrapment. So the PAX proposed purchasing 3 properties of Mr. Miles Guo at Beijing's Pangu Plaza for $15 million to offset the debt, demanding fulfillment by July 31st. This was a trap. Due to the CCP's freezing Mr. Miles Guo's assets in China, he was not able to complete the transactions. Yet PAX used this as a pretext to escalate the debt, and PAX demand $72 million and $82 million. But Mr. Miles Guo did not respond. Why? Because the guarantee does not exist. He has no obligation to respond. On April 18th, 2017, PAX filed a lawsuit in New York demanding $88 million, just one day before Mr. Miles Guo's VOA live broadcast on April 19th. On the same day, the CCP issued a red notice. This was an action to suppress the truth. The judge initially dismissed the case due to jurisdictional issues, but later reinstated, denying Mr. Mouseguo's right to a jury trial, the beginning of judicial injustice. The court ordered Mr. Mouseguo to repay the debt, freezing his apartment, and yet, Lady May, these assets do not belong to Mr. Mouseguo, so this seizure is illegal. And the PAC's case debt is based on a non-existent guarantee, fabricated evidence forged by the CCP and PACs, forcing Mr. Mouseguo into a technical bankruptcy. The US DOJ arrested Mr. Mouseguo, falsely accusing him of involvement in the 1 billion fraud scheme. This is an extension of the PAC's case, twisting non-existent civil debt into criminal charges. The court ordered Mr. Mouseguo to pay a 134 billion fine, confiscated a 37 million bond involving the Lady May yacht, which is not in Mr. Mouseguo's name. This is blatant robbery based on a non-existent guarantee, illegally seizing assets. The prosecution in the criminal court claimed Mr. Mouseguo was penniless and needed to commit fraud, securing government-funded legal counsel. Yet, the Connecticut bankruptcy court called him a billionaire, refusing to discharge his debt. This contradiction is ironically proof of judicial manipulations. So, seizing Mr. Mouseguo's asset based on a non-existent guarantee and fabricated evidence. The true criminals are not Mr. Mouseguo, but PACs, the CCP, and their deep state traitors in the US. They have committed fraud, perjury, theft, property embezzlement, abuse of judicial process, extortions, malicious prosecutions, and unjust enrichment. As long as a fair investigation into Mr. Mouseguo's case is reopened, the network of CCP infiltration within the U.S. Department of Justice can be uncovered. This network extended to the highest level of the U.S. Department of Justice. The American traitors sell out colluding with the CCP are the same ones targeting President Trump. Ultimately, they must all be prosecuted for treason. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chris, for deeply exposing this PACS case. As well known, the PACS is a fund under the PAG, the Pacific Alliance Group, and also founded by Shang Weijian, a CCP agent. They have a deep tie with CCP and have all reached out all the branches around the world. They're collaborating with many famous investment banks in the United States, and including TPG, Blackstone, etc. They have influenced the U.S. policies and trying to also, most importantly, try to undermine the economic basis of the United States, because a lot of the 401k and retirement funds has been going through PAG and many other CCP controlled entities to go invest in Communist China. We all know that Communist China is facing a big problem. If that happens, all the hard workers' money will be gone, will disappear, because the CCP is not going to return your investment money. They take it and hold it to blackmail the United States. That's really unfortunate. And all of these are also tied with the Miles Guo's case. Therefore, Miles is the key to expose all these conspiracies by the CCP. So we got to take this very seriously. And also we hear a lot of good news also, but your help, your acknowledgement will always be welcome and help to push the case going faster and faster. And the Miles will be released very soon. Okay. So let's go to Mr. Truth. I think we have a very relatively short news today because we had some tech issues with one of the videos that we're going to share. But do you have anything else to add about the Miles Guo's case and the CCP?
So this is an example of how CCP using unrestricted warfare, okay, to do the witch hunt for the dissidents. So I think now we know that the new federal state of China and the whistleblowers movements, okay, are even more determined to continually exposing the truth about the CCP's evil doing, not only to Miles Guo, but also to people in China, like organ harvesting as a part of the normality now by the CCP. Also, many years prosecution, for the Xinjiang people and the Uyghurs and the Tibetans. So not to mention that, if you, in a regime such as the CCP, okay, if you don't obey what they can do or say, and you just become naturally a number that to be eliminated. So please understand Miles Guo's case. He is the most brave man out of China to trying to help Americans to understand how deeply the CCP used the BGY program and also the COVID virus as way, and also, of course, continued selling of ventilators to kill American young peoples. So we have to destroy the CCP in order to save America, and also, of course, to save our 1.4 billion brothers and sisters. Thank you for watching us. Thank you, Zee.
Thank you so much. Miles Guo, definitely the biggest victims from the CCP, and a lot of his property, billions of dollars properties has been confiscated by the CCP, and a lot of money actually used against him in the United States. So we hopefully, and he will be one day going to testify, because he's the best witness of the CCP's evil crimes. And okay, now Chris, do you have anything else to add on to your comments earlier?
Yeah, sure. So if we compare the law case, the deep state go against President Trump with the law case that CCP and deep state go against Mr. Miles Guo, you will see lots of same technique that they use in the DOJ. If, for example, if we look into like President Trump's fraud case of his money borrowing from the Deutsche Bank, it's kind of like the PEX case, because President Trump and Mr. Miles Guo, they both paid the interest and also the principals, and then the case was the case was closed. But even though they didn't commit any crime, they still charge them and use charge them with fraud and everything to try to get them into jail. If people look closely, you will find that it's the same technique. And also they use the media to frame them by those fake case. So once Mr. Miles Guo's case is reopened and we need like we need to really look into the detail of the case again to get the truth out, and then to drain the swamp within the DOJ. Thank you.
Absolutely. It will be very important to the safety of the United States and also the world. And Miles Guo, a truly hero of the Chinese people, and also for people around the world, will be definitely released very soon. Okay. So today we're gonna wrap up today and conclude that, and hopefully more and more people would join the new federal state of China and acknowledge the importance of Miles Guo, and let's take down the CCP together, right? Thank you very much for coming.
Take down CCP. Thank you.
他们的恐惧是我们的武器，我们的胜利。谢谢了，兄弟姐妹们，你们健身了吗？行动，行动，行动！中共，你完了！ Take down the CCP!
Beginning for the games you want to play. Bring it on and I will fight to the end. Just watch and see. It's all started, everything's begun, and you are over. Cause we're taking down the CCP. Spread the word all through Hong Kong. We will fight till they're all gone. We rejoice when there's no more. Let's take down the CCP. They have all lied for too long. We will end what they do wrong. Spread the word all through Hong Kong. Let's take down the CCP. Let the bullets fly a little longer, and you will surrender. Let the bullets fly a little longer. We will have freedom to live. We will win. You'll surrender. Let the bullets fly a little longer. Let the bullets fly a little longer.
中共，
Let the bullets fly a little
你
longer.
完了！
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
中共，你完了！干灭中国共产党这个 CCP， 才能让我们远离恐惧。Take down the CCP.
They try to scare the nation with fabrication, but we see through the lies. We won't fall, we will fight you back. Police corruption with crooked assumption. They ran our lives, but no more. We will win. We will take down the CCP. Spread the word all through Hong Kong. We will fight till they're all gone. We rejoice when there's no more. Let's take down the CCP. They have all lied for too long. We will end what they do wrong. Spread the word all through Hong Kong. Let's take down the CCP. Let the bullets fly a little longer, and you will surrender. Let the bullets fly a little longer. We will have freedom to live. We will win. You'll surrender. Let the bullets fly a little longer. Let the bullets fly a little longer.
站起来吧！
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
站起来吧！
Let the bullets fly a little
为
longer.
奴役的人们
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
行动！
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
行动！
Let the bullets fly a little
你
longer.
完了！
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
Take down the CCP.
Bullets fly a little longer, and you will surrender. Let the bullets fly a little longer. We will have freedom to live. We will win. You'll surrender. Let the bullets fly a little longer.
Take down
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
Take down
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
Take down
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
Take down
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
Take down
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
Take down
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
Take down
Let the
Take down the evil CCP.